it seems like you know a decent amount about what's going to happen with DCF, right? So they have the baby for approximately, I don't know, 96 hours.
Like I don't know, you know, like when are people going to be accountable for themselves? You feel me? Like people need to be accountable. They need to literally look themselves in the mirror and be like, hey, what did I do to cause this problem and how can I fix it?
Make this go viral. Make this go viral. Make this go viral. Yeah. I'm at Yale New Haven Hospital. They sitting here trying to take my daughter for a 96-hour hold because they said that my mental health is wrong or something or whatever because my daughter passed away in the past or whatever. No, we're not doing this. Make this go viral. This is at Yale New Haven Hospital. I've been in the hospital since the...
Yeah, so like I said, like her baby passed away, right? The other baby is with DCFS, right? And she's obviously showing signs, right, that she's not mentally ready. You feel me? Like, obviously, like she hasn't, you know, whatever it is that DCFS took her other kid for, she doesn't have her kid back, right? So that means she hasn't done whatever she needed to do to get her children back, right? So they have every right to come in there and question and be like, hey, you know, like A plus B is C, you know, and this is what we need to do. Right?
The first, I had my daughter since the first. They kept me here, and DCF is trying to kidnap my kid. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And y'all still got the door open. I said I'm not dressed. Not doing none of it. Y'all going, yeah, all right.
Look dressed to me. This is what I'm talking about, though. You see what she playing? Like, she knows. You feel me? Like, and like I said, I get it. She's emotional right now, you know. But I mean, come on. In what world did you think, like, you have so much time before you have a baby, before the baby pops out? You feel me? Like, what state of mind were you in when you like opened up your legs for the third baby? You feel me? And like, I don't understand it, you know? And honestly, there's no excuse. There is no excuse. People are like, oh, well, you know, people can have sex. Okay, have sex. What is wrong with having protective sex, right? What is wrong with someone wearing a condom, right? Or what is wrong with, I mean, females have condoms too now. They're huge, but I mean, hey, they have them too. You feel me? But like, what is wrong with protective sex, right? Or what is wrong with being abstinent? What is wrong for waiting until sex, right? What is wrong with holding off your bodily urges, your physical urges, right? To wait until you find someone who you love and care enough about, you know, to give yourself up to them, you know, so you guys can share the beautiful life of a baby together. You know, but like people don't think that far. Or they don't have people around them telling them these things. Right? There's no way in hell she should have had another baby after that other baby was taken and she hasn't done anything to, I mean, I'm not going to say she hasn't done anything, but she obviously hasn't finished whatever she needed to finish. You feel me? So I don't understand why go out and have more children. You feel me? And now you're having another child who's going to grow up without a dad, maybe not even grow up without a mom, you know, and like you're putting more black people through this fucking cycle. And I hate it. When are black people going to grow up and think? Seriously fucking think, right? Because then people and the thing that upsets me is like, okay, right? We're going to just say, right, put it like this, right? People, right, they deserve to be able to, you know, have a child if they want to have a child. Okay, cool. You have a child, right? Fine. You have a child, okay. You have a child now. You don't think in your mind, and like this is what bothers me, right? Like when people have children, like they don't think in their head, like, okay, what do I need to do to make sure my child has the best life, right? I grew up like this, or I've seen people grow up like this, right? So I know what they can get trapped in, right? So what can I do to make sure that my children has the best advantage of doing better than me? Like, is that really that hard to think about? What can I do to make sure that my children are more well off than I am? How can I do this? How can I do this? How can I financially do this, right? How can I mentally do this? How can I physically take care of myself so that my kids can do the same, right? And it's not hard. You can Google the question and get answers, right? Financially, look, Dave Ramsey, listen, look, you feel me? Like, read, go get a book, you know, course, like, come on, you know, like, And like there are things, like there are a lot of free help. That's why I mentioned Dave Ramsey. You feel me? Like there is a lot of help out there, to help people. And I mean, like it's hard to break out of cycles and things you're used to and habits, but your child should be the top priority. And whatever you need to do to make sure that your child is okay and that you're going to get your child back, that's what you need to do. Right. And we need bigger support systems. Right. We need more people in the Black community to be like, hell no. Like, no, stop having kids if you're not ready. OK, stop hooking up with these no good men when you know for a fact they're not going to be there to help you. OK, like y'all think it's cute to have babies. Like y'all, like we need to figure something out. OK, because the route that we're going, we're self-destructing. OK, like we're literally on a self-destructive path. Right. We are literally just killing our generation. We're killing our communities. We're killing our future. OK, and then people wonder why, like, people are starting to flock over to the conservative party. Right. Where there are values, there's hardworking values, there are traditional religious values, like there are things, that us as men see and honestly want to have, right? We're not with all this emotional stuff, okay? Like we need to be out there and be men, right? And like, yeah, I get it. Every man isn't, like I'm not working, okay? Like I have my reasons, okay? Like, okay, but I mean like men should be able to provide in some type of way, right? If the man can't make money, he needs to be sitting there putting 100% into that baby while the mommy can go out and get some money. Okay, there needs to be something, bro. Like I don't get it. Like, and it pisses me off, right? Because I have a daughter, right, and I have a son. Okay, and I see it from both ends, right? I had my son. I had him, when I was young, before I even joined the army, right? He was really like the main reason why I joined. It was like the only thing I could do to be able to take care of him, right? But I have my son, right? And I missed 5 years of his life, right? He had 5 years of me not being there, right? I was in the military. I was distracted. I was going through other things. I got married again, I got divorced, like there was a lot going on. I mentally wasn't there. I joined right out of high school. I still had a mentality like that. I mean, I had a mature mentality, but I still had the baggage of what I had when I was at home, right? And, like even now to this day, I'm working through it, going through therapy, trying to fix myself so that I can be there for my son and my daughter, right? So I can show them how to live and how to do things, right? So they don't have to follow it and repeat it. I want to make sure that I have my life set up to where if my children were to get lost in any situation, they could come to me and I could come to them, you feel me? And we could do it, we can help each other and figure things out together. And that's the type of thing that we need, okay? And that's the type of thing that we need in the Black community, okay? And these low income communities where people aren't, are less likely to not get married, have a broken separate home, now they're going to be going, like education, and it goes like with education, like as far as education, as far as like health, all these things fall in that, and you're putting your child at risk of following in all those holes, right? Having little to no education, right? Little to no values, little to no religion to help those values, little to no health as far, and by that I mean kids growing like now, I'm assuming, hey, if you like, I mean, come on, be realistic. You feel me? If you're low income, right? Health isn't really the biggest thing on your mind. You got kids out here who sit on their phones, eat hot chips all day, and just talk, right? Can't read or do anything. And I'm not just saying this. The numbers are saying this, right? But as a Black community, we need to get this shit right. We need to get that shit together, okay? And this whole thing, like this DCFS taking her newborn, I mean, honestly, I would rather them take that baby than something happened to that baby, And I'm not saying that she, if she would have had taken that baby home, something would have happened. But she had 2 babies before that. Okay? So it makes perfect sense why they would feel the need to come and get this baby. All right, now if you feel, look.
I just said, I'm not going for that. Y'all trying to play wicked games. Y'all trying to play these kill ass games. I'm not playing with that. Just told y'all that. No, you can't help me. We're not playing these games. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I just said I'm not dressed and y'all still got the door open. Make this go viral. Make this go viral. Y'all share this shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is an hour-long video. I think I got my point across for the most part. Yeah, like I said, like, I don't think it's wrong, considering her past. But, I mean, like, she needs to definitely get a hold of her, like herself, calm down for a second and figure out the steps she needs to take to get her kids back. I don't ever want to see people have their kids taken away. But if it's for the better of the baby, I don't care what you do. Honestly, I don't. But I pray for her. I pray that she gets the help that she needs. I pray that she gets the support that she needs, because that's what she needs. She needs that. She needs the support. She needs her family. She needs her friends around her right now, because this is a hard moment. She needs them around her right now to give her the motivation she needs to finish these courses, classes, checklists, whatever it is, to get her children back, right? That's what she needs to do. And hopefully while going through these courses and classes, it might actually help her and grow her to make better decisions, or to actually even think about the things, that she's doing or saying, Like, that's how I see it. You feel me? And hey, I grew up hearing about DCFS all the time, man. You feel me? That's why when you get whoopings, you got to make sure they covered. You feel me? That's why when, but and I don't believe in corporal punishment either, But hey, yeah, I hope she gets help, man. I hope she figures it out. Because that's what she needs, Yeah, she needs that community, man. I'm praying for her, praying for the family. Like, I pray really like that she gets her children back. I really do. But in the time being, she needs to figure out some things. And people that are ignoring all the facts about what's going on in this situation and crying racist, or yelling, or not yelling, but commenting and saying people are wrong, or she don't deserve this. Take a step back, look at what's going on, and actually think about that. Okay, and after you realize everything that had happened, or after you've watched this video of me explaining everything that happened from my point of view and what I think, if you still have that same opinion that they're just racist, they're just wrong, they're just devils, just trying to take more black babies, then you're a part of the problem. You hear me? Like, I'll say that again. If after looking into this and looking into her past and the things that have happened that led up to this situation, and you still think that DCFS or the police, the nurses, doctors, anyone there, that they're just racist, that they have it out for black people, that they just want black babies, that they just want to take black babies, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. You need to teach accountability, right?